It's us again, Jackie and Hannah, your mental health advocates.
Okay, so as we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic took a toll on all of us, and it caused us to isolate, overthink, and it just really made us destroy our own mental health in different ways. So for today's video, it's another episode of hashtag Ask Jackie and Hannah. At ang topic natin for today is how do we promote psychological well-being during the pandemic? Naku po, nakaka-excite naman to, no?
Yes, pandemic made a huge hit to our lives, that's for sure. But it doesn't mean that we should let it stay just like that. So today, we want to focus on recharging our well-being kasi marami talaga ang nagtatanong nito ng mga tips and mga tricks sa amin. Especially when we made a video last year about how to distress during a pandemic.
And we heard you, babies.
So for those who want to know more about promoting or just enhancing our well-being, just keep on watching. Tip number 1. Talk about or express your feelings regularly. We are lucky enough that we have technology and it's been helping us get in touch with other people easily if you need someone to talk to. Like catching up with family and friends just to ask them how they are doing, with what they have been up to, and so on. Or, kung gusto mo lang ng me time to level your mind, that's okay too. Interpersonal talk is healthy. Pwede rin. Personally, what I do every morning is to affirm myself and make sure I practice positive self-regard. Like, we can do this today. Or something like, gagalingan natin ulit self. So, if you want to start doing this too, just check out this video if you want to learn more. Another thing is the visual imagery to help me calm my senses and know myself more at the same time. Ito naman, usually ginagawa ko sa gabi before matulog kasi nakaka-relax talaga siya. Try not to overanalyze what you are feeling. Just go with the moment. I imagine my favorite place or any relaxing place that comes to my mind. It is totally up to you. So close your eyes to deepen the imagery and then start describing with your 5 senses. I see a forest with lots of greenery. I hear water from the stream nearby, and I smell the freshness of the flowers around me. I try to take one leaf from the grass just to feel it, and it's as crisp as the daylight. Suddenly, rain started to pour, and I happily dance in the rain while feeling the raindrops on my head, dripping down to my body. It's as if I am back to being a kid again. I am happy. It sounds cliche, pero this is really working for me. Kasi sabi nga nila, 'di ba? You attract what you are. So I always think na kaya at kakayanin ko every single day. Lalo na I juggle between working and studying. So try this one too and let me know how it goes.
Tip number 2 is to write a worry job before you go to sleep. In other words, you write your worries through a piece of paper or a journal, for it helps lots of people who cannot voice out their unending thoughts. I know na for some people lang ito nag-work talaga, pero who knows na maybe makatulong din to sa'yo, diba? For my experience, I was really isolated by this pandemic. And I know lots of people that are currently in this kind of situation. Like when we tend to overthink things na, okay, so ano na yung next na mangyayari? Or for some personal reason na dinideal natin in our day-to-day life. So, disclaimer lang na it may or may not work for you kasi may sarili-sarili naman tayong coping mechanism. So, to help you gain more knowledge in this step, here are some exclusive tips. According to a blog na nabasa ko before, expressive writing helps us ease our anxiety and worries. Basically, sinusulat natin dito yung mga worries and what-ifs natin. And then, doon na tayo mag-start i-breakdown lahat. For example, meron kang 5 worries for today's video, and then trinay mo siyang isulat numbering it from 1 to 5, with 1 as the highest na super nag-worry ka talaga, and then 5 as the lowest na nag-worry ka. What you can do here is, after mo siya ma-align lahat, like na-acknowledge mo na yung mga problems mo, dun ka na mag-start na i-deal sila starting from the easiest way up to the hardest way. In this phase, gagawa ka ng resolution kung paano mo sila matutugunan without pressuring yourself, syempre. Tandaan mo na ang small progress is still considered as a progress and no one has got it all figured out pa din naman eh. So, don't pressure yourself and walk at your own pace. I know din naman na hindi nito ma-end instantly yung worries mo, but trust me, mas magiging better yung pakiramdam mo knowing na na-acknowledge mo yung mga worries mo and somehow, nakagawa ka ng small steps towards your problems.
Tip number 3. Learn new skills. Personally, I've been wanting to learn how to do sign language since I was young. I've always been fascinated with how people interact to deaf people. Parang ang galing-galing nila, plus you can definitely help others to communicate. So what I did was, I started learning the basics like each letter of the alphabet on my own in the comfort of my home. It was tricky at first, but it was all worth it. If you want something in advance, you can check out this link. Malay mo, maging classmates pa tayo.
So as for the fourth tip, this is to practice mental and physical exercise regularly. Health is the name given to the state where a person is physically and mentally fit, has a good interpersonal relationships, and is spiritually awakened. Today kasi people are so caught up in the rat race that they tend to forget to pay attention to their physical self. It is essential to understand that health should come first. Also, speaking of ups and downs in a human experience, one of the possible coping strategies na pwede natin gawin ay ang pag-exercise natin every day.
Some people may use regular exercise to cope with negative thoughts and also to create positive feelings na makakapag-improve ng mood ng isang tao. No matter your age or fitness level, you can always use exercise to deal with your emotions. Makaka-improve din ito ng energy mo and how you see things sa buhay.
Getting enough quality sleep on a regular basis ay makakatulong for you to be able to focus on something every day. Eating a healthy diet and avoiding alcohol can also help reduce symptoms about our mental well-being. In addition to that, possible rin yung ibang ways of exercising, not just physical but also mental exercises katulad na lang ng pag-meditate.
To begin meditating, you should find a place na tahimik para makaupo ka ng maayos at komportable. Then close your eyes and do nothing for a minute or so. This is for clearing your head. Thoughts may come during that time, and that is okay. Then you can start playing your audio that is intended for meditating, and then play your mantra at a whisper. Imagine that you're on top of the mountain, with the breeze flowing through your bare skin. Then you hear the birds chirping as you can see them fly with grace around the gloomy sky on a Sunday morning. The musky but generally pleasant smell of the air after the drizzle makes the aura more calming. Breathe in, breathe out. You feel so powerful because you're on top.
Tip number 5. Pay attention to
The present moment or mindfulness.
For me, this is avoiding multitasking as much as possible. Akala kasi natin when we are doing things all at once, productive tayo. Yun ang akala natin. This so-called multitasking divides our attention. It makes us harder to give our full attention to one thing. For example, we are reading on our computer while eating, while we're doing our hair, all at the same time. So we thought we are multitasking, but in reality, we are only switching tasks. Yes, like reading to eating to reading again and then to doing our hair again. So in this case, what can we do? Ako ang ginagawa ko, I pay close attention to one task at a time only as much as possible. Thus, it is giving me more focus on the task at hand, consciously aware of the present moment.
Tama si Jackie, guys. But do you know what's another way to fully achieve this tip number 5? It is to accept things as they are. Yes, accepting things that's out of our control will really help us pay attention to the present moment and achieve this mindfulness we've been aiming for. As for my experience when I was in my younger years, I always tend to get irritated or get upset most of the time kapag may mga bagay o pangyayari ako na hindi ko nakakontrol. Bibigyan kita ng example for this one, Jackie. Alam ko na matatawa ka kasi may imagine mo kung gaano ako ka-narrow-minded that time.
Hala, sige nga, spill it!
Okay, so back when I was in my high school years, I always expected big celebrations for my birthday annually. And when I say big, kakain lagi sa labas, pupunta sa Enchanted Kingdom, magtatagaytay, magbabagyo, and so on. I know, I'm so spoiled growing up. Kaya nung one time na none of this happened, doon lang nag-sink in sa akin na, oo nga no, like, I can't control everything I want, and that's okay. Diba? Like, kailangan ko lang palang ma-experience na walang magagawang okasyon for my special day para lang mag-sink in yung thought na I have to accept things as they are. Kasi kahit anong bato ko ng tantrums dito sa gilid, what's done is done. Pero after that episode though, I stopped na. And what's good is that dumaan man ako sa phase na yun and learn from it. Kaya babies, the point here is to accept things as they are and do not be stressed on things that you cannot control because that's okay. Just focus on to the things that you have control over and also to the things that will help you grow and become a better version of you.
Of course. So, ayun babies. We hope that you have learned a lot from this video. We had so much fun doing this despite the pandemic because we know that you will learn something out of this. So if you have any comments or questions or any requests on what the next video will be, just let us know on the comment box below.
And babies, if you liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and share this para mas marami pa tayong maabot na viewers from around the world.
See you on our next vlog!
Next vlog!